Okay, so all of the Democrats are not in the race yet. But there will be one eventually who gets the nomination. I seen something on Facebook when I had it anyway. And I don't have it anymore, or do I? Nope, I don't. Anyway, it said something about whoever the nominee is, whether you are a socialist like me, and you want the Bernie and the AOCs to run for president forever, or you are a more middle of the road kind of person, and you are more Beto O'Rourke and Pete Buttigieg, and you know, the middle of the road people. Or, not that, anyway, middle of the road people, and then, or you are Democrat, more structured Democrat, and you want the Kamala Harris's, which I also do, and the Cory Booker's, which I also don't. But you want those kind of people. So, when the time comes, and you only have one, will the Dems, as in the governmental Dems, not us, will the Dems get behind and support that one candidate? There are many different ones, and they all think very differently. But a house divided falls in on itself, so. So, will they support whoever it is? The sun is my yes card, the tower is my no. Let's see what crosses it. Hopefully that's not predictive, because that would be awful. What is with your focusing problem right now? King of Swords. Huh. That's interesting. Someone emailed me the greatest email of all time. They gave me a list of all of the people out and about right now and gave me all their birthdays and all their signs. That way when I came to this and said, well, who is that? I would know who that is. Beto O'Rourke is a Libra. John Hickenlooper is an air sign. Jay Inslee is an air sign. Wayne Messam is an air sign. Amy Klobuchar, but this is a man, so that's not her. So, Beto. Is that Beto O'Rourke or what? Or maybe just the King of Swords is not a person. It's not always. Maybe it's just traits. The reason why we get the tower. So the King of Swords is sometimes a bit detracted, petty, small-minded. In his negative traits, he can be very stubborn, overreactive, polarizing. So maybe they don't think that the in particular person in is going to unite the left. Well, let's keep going. I went all into that one. Let's keep going. The Chariot. That's the victory and moving forward card. So what's on the bottom? Well, there's your outcome, walking away. So maybe that is true. So let's see. The Star, hope and healing. Knight of Wands, new actions, new energy. The Hermit, isolation and searching for answers, searching for the truth. Seven of Swords. There's a strategy, but there is no real strategy because that's in the fear. And the environment is the loss and the Ten of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. There is money, so this might be a beto. And then a walking away and abandonment. This is probably where the Hermit card comes in, leaving them alone. So, I hope this is wrong. Because I tell you now, you cannot have two Republican presidents back to back. You think Roe versus Wade is in trouble. You think the economy isn't. They mess up the economy every time they get into office. They're already doing it now. 2 years in a row would be just like Bush, and we will go into a depression. Unite on the left, no matter who it is. I don't care if it's Big Bird. You better go vote for Big Bird. Will they support the nominee? That's my no card. There's the Tower. There's the violent end, the destructive end to something. This is the petty and detracted, sometimes tyrannical person, but it's sometimes just an attitude of detraction. I am separating myself from my feeling and my interest in you, not in the overall. Okay, fine, I didn't get Bernie, but I'll vote for, Big Bird. The Chariot. Moving forward. So we started off good. It's like, okay, I didn't get who I wanted. I didn't get, Cory Booker. I got, Joe Biden. Okay, fine. I didn't get Cory. I'll vote for Joe. We started moving forward. The hope in the healing, because it's going to be a contentious race. Cory has already compared Elizabeth Warren to Donald Trump, and that's already caused a thing on the left. So we got some hope and healing after the race, because they are going to start throwing mud and throwing knives, throwing names back and forth. Then there's the new energy. There's an uprising. And then that person is then left alone. So the Bernie or Bust takes on a new name, and we move into a new era of, if I don't get Cory Booker, if I don't get Pete Buttigieg, I'm not voting. If I don't get Eric Swalwell, I'm not voting. If I don't get Kamala Harris, if I don't get Elizabeth Warren, if I don't get what I want, I'm not voting for Big Bird. Then the loss of strategy. Because this is our strategy that we need, is to unite behind whoever it is. That's in the fear, is that we won't, and then there in the environment is the loss. Not the loss of the election, just the loss of the momentum, the loss of this. When we went from moving forward to healing, to new actions, to now we're leaving them alone. And it looks hopeless. Looks like a defeat. There's an invested interest in the better outcome of a Democratic president. And then we walk away. Now, let's look at this a little more. What do we walk away from? Do we walk away from him or her? Or do we walk away from this stupid strategy of, if I don't get what I want, I'm walking away? So, five cards. Completion. Victory, clarity. Hardship. Queen of Swords. Seven of Cups. So, I don't know who the Queen of Swords is. The Queen of Swords could be Kamala Harris, or it could be traits. So we go from the stubborn and detracted person to maybe some vindictive energy, walking away. There's a completion and then clarity. Hardship. Vindictive. Could also be cold and detracted as well. And then there is confusion. I need another word on Seven of Cups, because it's not confusion. It's something else. Fantasy. There you go. This is going to have to be a ground level thing. This is not going to be the best way to impact this change. Is to hit people with more facts than feeling. The Democrats are also prone to voting with feeling, just like the other side, in order to impact change. This is going to have to be a ground level thing. So you're going to have to explain to them how bad things are. Global warming out of control. The children at the border. The financial crisis that is looming. The deteriorating relationships with all of our allies. Roe versus Wade. The Equality Act. The minimum wage increase. Medicare for all. All the things that people claim they care about are going to hell in a handbasket because of this administration. This is what happens when you vote for Republicans. You have to explain that to them. That if you want worse, then don't get behind Amy Klobuchar, whatever her name is. You don't like her? Okay, fine. If she's the nominee, don't vote for her. Vote for a third party. Write somebody in. Write Big Bird at the top. And Amy Klobuchar will not be president. Neither will Big Bird. You will get Donald Trump. You will get whoever's on the right. 2 years back-to-back of a Republican president will ruin the economy to the point to where we will go into a depression. We're already losing ground on global warming. The thing at the border is not getting any better whatsoever. You don't know where those kids belong. Our allies are just waiting on someone sane and sensible to take over. That way they can come out of the, the shell that they're trying to protect themselves in. What else do you want? As they say, you have a choice between the demon or the devil. You can look at it that way. That's fine. Or you can say, I have a choice between doing nothing and then complaining for the next 4 years, or at least trying and seeing what happens.